Hello everyone, my name is Abdul Hakam Adli bin Abdul Hamid and thank you for joining me. In this presentation, I will be analyzing political and geopolitical risks affecting LVMH, which is Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton, a global leader in the luxury goods industry. So today, we'll be explore two major risks the company has faced over the past 5 years, their impact on operation and strategy, and proposed mitigation strategy that aligns with global best practices. To give you a quick overview, LVMH operates in over 70 countries and manages brands that are at the heart of global luxury culture. However, operating globally also means facing political risks in key markets. Two events have particularly stood out in the past 5 years, which is the 2022 Russia-Ukraine war and increasing political tension in China, especially related to Hong Kong and Taiwan. These events have resulted in store closures, reputational risks, supply chain disruption, and shift in market strategy. The goal of this analysis is not only to understand how these risks affected LVMH, but also to suggest how they can manage more effectively in the future. So let's first understand the company's background to appreciate the scale of these analysis challenges. LVMH is the world's largest luxury goods conglomerate founded in 1987 through a merger between fashion house Louis Vuitton and wine producer Moet Hennessy. Its operations span fashion, cosmetic, jewelry, wines, and more. In 2023 alone, LVMH generated over 86 million euro in revenue. The company is especially dependent on markets in Asia, Europe, and the United States. While this global footprint is a strength, it also increases vulnerability to international conflicts, trade war, sanctions, and consumer nationalism. With that context in mind, let's move on into the key political and geopolitical risks affecting LVMH. The first major risk is the 2022 Russia-Ukraine war. When Russia invaded Ukraine, Western companies faced mounting pressure to exit the Russia market. LVMH responded by suspending operations and closing 134 stores in Russia by March 2022. This immediate move affected not only revenue but also supply chains, logistics, and regional partnerships. In the short term, the company lost access to a profitable market and had to manage operational disruption. Long-term effects included resource allocation and brand loyalty issues as many Russian customers turned to grey markets. Additionally, the wider economic ripple effects such as inflation and currency volatility impacted LVMH's European performance. Now let's turn to another key market, China, where LVMH faced a different kind of political challenge. Asia, especially China, accounts for over 30% of LVMH revenues, but this heavy reliance also exposes the company to political turbulence. During the Hong Kong protests in 2019 and 2020, luxury sales dropped by around 40%. LVMH had to close stores due to vandalism and safety concerns, which led to significant short-term financial losses. In addition, a 2019 incident involving Dior omitting Taiwan from a map sparked outrage in mainland China. Nationalist sentiment triggered online boycotts and public criticism, forcing Dior to issue an apology. These events show how sensitive political issues can directly affect brand reputation and consumer trust in China. For long term, LVMH had to enhance staff training, localize content to avoid cultural insensitivity, and implement crisis communication protocol to reduce the risk of future backlash. So how exactly did this risk translate into challenges for LVMH business performance and strategic decision? The political risk significantly affected LVMH operation. Financially, store closures in Russia and China led to revenue losses and reduced margins. Supply chains were disrupted due to the sanction and logistical delays, especially in Europe. Market presence shifted as the company pulled back from unstable regions and soft growth in Southeast Asia. Strategically, LVMH enhanced its focus on digital platform and localized marketing to adapt quickly. These challenges forced the company to rethink how it operates across politically sensitive regions. To reduce political and geopolitical risks, LVMH should focus on three key strategies. The first is diversify into more politically stable markets to lessen dependency on high-risk regions like Russia and China. Second is use geopolitical risk forecasting tools to detect early threats and plan ahead. The third is improve cultural training to avoid marketing missteps like the Dior map issue in China. LVMH can also learn from peers like Hermes who maintain neutrality during crisis and focus on customer loyalty in safer regions. This action can strengthen LVMH's resilience and protect its global brand. Now, let's conclude with the key takeaways and recommendations based on the analysis. In conclusion, LVMH global leadership in luxury makes it both resilient and vulnerable. While its wide market presence drives growth, it also exposes the brand to complex political dynamics. The Russia-Ukraine war and Chinese political tension have shown how such risks can directly impact financial performance, supply chain, and consumer perception. However, with proactive strategies such as diversification, geopolitical awareness, and localized engagement, LVMH can better protect its brand and sustain global growth. The lesson learned from recent challenges serve not just LVMH, but offer insight for other multinational navigating today's volatile political environment. Thank you for watching this presentation. I hope it provided useful insight into how luxury brands can manage political risk in an increasingly uncertain world.